Lane analysis is probably, from an operational perspective, the most important part of setting up your whole network and whether or not you make money. The old adage is that we want to find out where we want to go. We want to get paid what we need to go there. We want to go there as often as we can, and then we want to load that truck where it lands. Now, was it that simple? It wouldn't be the challenge that it is, but there's a lot of factors involved in that. So what we really want to do, that whole little scenario there is really what's called lane density. Now, lane density is what our lane analysis program allows you to determine. When you bid things, you bid a lot of different lanes. And a lot of customers say, well, you have to bid on all of them. Well, you got to know what your costs are. We look at our trucks as an asset. We look at our trailers as an asset. We look at our drivers as an asset. But we don't look at our lanes. Our lanes are our assets. When I bid it, it's mine. It's my asset. It's what I'm using to make money. It's mine. I got to own that, which means I got to know everything about that. So I have to understand what that particular lane does to me with regard to my drivers. Does it go someplace where my drivers can never get home when they go there? Does it go through an area where my drivers can get home? That's a wonderful thing. My drivers can pass by, see the family, still make delivery on time, and we've got good revenue in there. Or maybe they never get home, and so I'm losing drivers on that lane. So you've got to take your lane analysis, and with your revenue also look at how many drivers do I have that live in that lane? How many drivers have I hired from that lane? And how many drivers have left me from that lane? And analyze, why is that happening? Well, that particular customer keeps my driver too long at the dock, or I have to unload, or I can never get home, or there's no place to eat. That's all part of understanding what your lanes are when you bid those. And then looking at that lane analysis, determining that every day, then you have to go back to the customer and say, hey, listen, this lane's not working for me. And here's the kicker, is we have to be aggressive in our trucking mentality. I signed a contract to haul that particular lane, but I never signed a contract to lose money. And that's what this tells us, is that it's a very fluid environment. I have to be able to present to my customer why that's happening. And I haven't known a customer yet who, when you can present a good, valid argument, that doesn't say, you're right, we're going to have to help you. And so that's where lane analysis and our ability to really drill down and give it, we have a wonderful visual map that shows you our in and out, our balance in the lane, you know, where our strengths are, how much your fuel surcharge is per lane, what your deadhead per lane is, what your rate per mile in, your rate per mile out, you know, your driver exits. All that in our lane analysis lets you look at each one of those factors. That is your asset. It's no different than buying a new truck.